Hey, what's going on, guys? Just waiting for a few more people to come in. Four piggies, two dead over rodents. Okay, what's happening, man? Um, today, I finally get on my new software, my new computer. Oh yeah, my stuff's running right now. It's running good. Anyway, I just wanted to come out and share a story about a 2017 uh, murder that Michigan State Police was trying to like hush and suppress evidence in the August 26, 2017 murder of a 15-year-old child on when he was on an ATV, and they um, the disdain with Detroit police, which is the fourth precinct again. Um, People from the fourth precinct. Does that surprise us? I don't think so. So I say that this is just the disdain in this is just crazy. So I'm gonna go ahead and show this, and then in the story, I'm gonna show the names. This is what's gonna surprise you. I'm gonna show the names that are in this investigation that are not trying to stick up for the troopers, but for the interest of Michigan, and how the Michigan State Police, in my investigation of Sergeant Bell's assault against me, right? Remember that? And why they were being so tyrannical? Well, guess what? I'm going to piece this the best way I can with the new software that I have that is going to, that's, I'm not going to have as quite as many interruptions that's taking me off my, getting me, my attention off of certain things. And then I forget what I'm about to say because I'm a human being just like you. So we have it set up, and we're gonna take care of this. And I want you guys to take a look at it. You guys be the judge of it. But first, I will say, hey, what's up, Asbar? South Gang Worldwide. What up? Agent right near. What's happening? All right. Yeah, it is quite typical. Brian, where you been, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. Um, I know that. See, as I get this stuff and I make a record of it, and I'm going to show you why I make a record of it right away, because some of this has already been taken offline because of the last story that I did. So I hurry up and hid that so they wouldn't try to get that suppressed either, because it's in the media and it's on my channel. But if you look it up on Google, you won't be able to find it now. It's kind of funny how that disappeared after I ran that small story. And it's a good thing that I did. I pieced this together to make a record of it, and I let everybody that is subscribers to the Wolverine Transparency channel know this. So I'm going to go ahead and show this story first, because I'm going to show you how it all fits in to how these people act. The narrative is that they cover up their actions and they cover up their liabilities, and they, when they investigate themselves, and how slick they are when they're using people that don't even have an attorney's assistant attorney general's authority to prosecute. How would you take something and ask for a prosecution if you know that they can't do nothing about it anyway, right? So I have that. I have the just the it, we have. I'll put it together. I'm just gonna let you see this story first. Watch this story, guys. This is terrible. This is like one a really disgusting story that these people have covered up a lot of. Let's see. let's see if I can just do this. No. Trooper. Okay, and go back here. Make this big, and go back here. I'm just getting used to my Windows 11, guys. All right, here's the story.
Chasing an ATV east on Rossini from Reno. It's a red quad, black male, black shirt. Coming up to Regent. CPD's coming right at him. Through Regent.
He flip. Yep.
All right, fast.
Moments before this ATV slammed into the back of a parked truck, it was being chased by Michigan State Police, their bumpers just feet apart.
He flip. Yep.
All right, fast. Rossini and
After the crash, as we cut to a different angle, you'll notice the state troopers' overhead lights appear to be off.
Start EMS.
EMS will be on the way.
Based on the time code we've added, 24 seconds elapsed before the first flash of lights. That coincides with the first Detroit police officers arriving.
Yeah, he's got a pulse and he's breathing. He's unconscious.
Clear.
Two more Detroit police officers approach.
Now, I want to add to this right here, okay? I want you to pay attention to the movement. I want you to pay attention to what the Michigan State Police and the Detroit police officers and how they are so off course with each other and sending their own backup just for moral support for the police officer. Figure this out. Why would you send police officers for moral support for a police officer when he's the one that actually got convicted and he's in prison right now, dude? That's the end of that story. You guys can look that up. What I'm going to show you what connects this story to me and my issues and their cover-ups and how they use specific people that are not designated by law to investigate, but are actually in operations in the executive level that basically interfere and intercede for the state's interest. Okay, so pay attention, because this is corruption at its highest.
09, he slowed down. We tased him and he crashed out.
By the way, he's dead right now.
Those words come from Mark Bessner. He's the trooper accused of firing his taser from a moving vehicle. It's a violation of department policy.
EMS.
Isn't that special? Department policy. The Attorney General that is investigated, that is in operations on my case with Sergeant Fell, is the guy that's interfering with this, that actually suppresses evidence, that tries to suppress evidence with his team. Pay attention. Stay tuned.
7 up.
EMS is on the quick.
There you go from MSP. If you could just maybe have a unit or two make it there for moral support.
You hear that? Make it there for moral support for the MSP. Ain't that a B?
Sounds like it might be a pretty bad one.
Their conspiracy team.
The footage you're watching comes from dash cams, body cams, and security cameras. State police didn't give us dash cam videos from the car involved in the chase or from one in a nearby Detroit police car. They also blurred images of the body.
Tony, his pulse is
You see how the gangs work together when they cover up crimes that they both commit? One supports the other. You see how that works?
weakening. What's our ETA on EMS?
His pulse is leading.
I'll find out.
Jesus.
You can put MSP 2240 out.
2240, you're out. 1735.
He's breathing, yeah. Let's get his
Same and grind. Grind. That's really. That's not good. That's why this crew.
Can you get a mask out of this?
Units at Gratiot and Rossini. EMS is coming from Gratiot and Houston Whittier.
Don't run from the state police to get fucked up.
You want to check pulse again?
Yeah. He had a strong pulse when we got here. It's real faint.
They continue to lie about this. You can go to the story and you can see where the guy pled guilty to voluntary manslaughter. Not involuntary, voluntary.
Try to wipe his face a little bit and then get that deal with the man.
They let this kid die.
Yeah. I got blood on his head. I can't use it.
Right here.
Okay, unit said that Rossini and Gratiot, medic should be pulling up in less than a minute.
I want you guys to pay attention to the heavy-set African-American police officer that is asked, why won't we just take him and run code 3, basically. I'm paraphrasing when I say that. Running code 3, all right? And wait till you hear his disdain.
Tell me, get over here. Christ's sake. Come on, fellas. Is that his group? Yes, yeah.
As EMS arrives, several Detroit police officers turn off their body cameras.
That's because they're covering up evidence. But wait, there's more.
But one officer activates hers.
Praise God. We got a transparent cop out of 15 of them on site.
Should we give them like an escort or something to St. John's? Should we give them an escort to St. John's?
Should we give them an escort to St. John's Hospital? Question mark. Hell no, he says. For him?
They got lights and sirens.
They got lights and sirens, he says.
We only do that for police.
Okay.
We only do that for police.
If an officer was shot,
If an officer gets shot, we'll do that.
I didn't know they were chasing a four-wheeler.
You'll see why he said it that way, guys. You will see why he says it that way.
About 10 minutes after the crash, Damon Grimes is taken to St. John Hospital. Doctors pronounce him dead on arrival.
There's a surprise.
He was 15.
Listen to this big and his disdain for this 15-year-old. Mom needs to be at the hospital right now. The female says, standing next to him.
that's a grown ass.
That's a grown-ass man. And then somebody corrects him. No, comma, he's 15.
He's 15.
He's 15, she says twice.
Where's his mom at?
No way. He's a badass this week.
He's a badass 15.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry about my language. It's bullshit.
This is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying. No sympathy at all for bullshit. Do you hear that? Do you hear the disdain about a police officer murdering a child on an ATV for a non-victimless crime that was being chased by Michigan State Police and went out a policy to shoot somebody with a taser that is you're not allowed to do, so that makes it second-degree murder.
Motherfucker wanna be grown, yeah.
Motherfucker wanna be grown, yeah, act grown, you get fucking deal with it. Hear that? Here we go with the 4th precinct again. Man, these people are disgusting.
Grown and fucking deal with it.
What happened? What happened?
What happened? What happened? She said, listen, y'all.
They tased his ass while he was driving, causing him to flip and crash.
They tased his ass while he was driving, causing him to flip and crash. They caused his death. She knew she had her camera on. And that other female did too, because she's tired of being marginalized by hateful, disgusting, disdainful, bad cops, in my opinion.
Michigan State Police condemned Trooper Besner's actions, calling them criminal. He resigned from his job and now faces charges of second-degree murder and involuntary manslaughter.
Now they want to wipe the blood off. They killed my little cousin out here on Rice City and Grass. Look at the bike, chasing my little cousin, hit him from the back.
The Grimes family filed a lawsuit following the teen's death. He was just days shy from beginning his freshman year of high school.
Isn't that terrible? Isn't that terrible? Just days shy. Let's look at this brother again. Look at the kid. He's a child, for crying out loud. And look at their disdainful, disgusting disdain for him. This kid could have been anything. He could have grew up and been anything. Mayor, prosecuting attorney. He could have been the attorney general. He could have been the governor. He could have been the president of the United States. But no, we'll never find out, because Michigan State Police are murderers, let alone cover-ups and their tyranny on unarmed people.
Freshman year of high school.
Unbelievable. 15 years old, killed by the state police. Unbelievable.
Our final piece of audio comes from a canvass of the neighborhood conducted after the incident. 2 Michigan State Police investigators talk about their conversations with residents.
This last chick that I just entered gets it. She's a couple years younger than me. She's like, he drives around here recklessly all the time. Why didn't he just stop? She's like, all these people in here are wanting to talk about protesting the police.
Hear how they're cop-splaining? You hear it? He's literally cop-splaining, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't that a bitch? Literally justifying his actions, and then you can hear it in the end of his sentence. Listen very close.
He drives this neighborhood recklessly all the time. Why didn't he just stop? Well, it's what we say, but people don't feel that way at times for whatever reason. So
maybe because he's free, in my opinion.
Yeah, 2 people made bad decisions on this one.
Yeah, and that's what I told people. I said, look, it could have been handled differently on both sides. As far as
could have been handled differently on both sides. I see your point. Well, that's what he's saying. But in the end,
I'm concerned. And I've been out here chasing him. I'm not judging by what he did.
I'm not going to tell on my brother because I'm a gang member. And I don't want my other gang member to go down for it. But I would have done it differently.
Guarantee I would have done it differently. Guarantee.
Yeah.
I would have done it differently.
Guaranteed. I wouldn't have murdered him. That's what he's saying. Anyways, I just wanted to share that with you guys because in this investigation, now we're going to get out of that, okay? And now we're going to show you a study. They've already did a story on this specific one right here, and then I showed it immediately as soon as I seen it. So I'm gonna share this with you right here, where this Attorney General tries to cover this up. He tries to cover this up. He's in the executive level. His name's John Fedeschi. And this is the guy in operations. He's not an investigator. He's in operations, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And you see what the letterhead says right there? Michigan State Police wants media block from accessing records in wrongful death lawsuit. I wonder why. Well, as I scroll down in this, okay, as I scroll down in this, let me read this to you. Corrections Attorney General John Fedeschi represents the state and state police as interested parties in the matter and not listed as the attorney for either of the defendants, ex-trooper Mark B. or unnamed trooper in the lawsuit. Do you get it, guys? This is the same guy right here, John Fedeschi, that is in my case that gave them this right here. Okay, let me bring this down and show you this right here where they said that this guy in this specific one right here, you see this right here? Okay, let me read this to you. Dear Mr. Denlinger, the Michigan State Police Professional Standards has completed its investigation on your complaint concerning the conduct of Sergeant Fell on November 26, 2021. The investigation revealed evidence that Sergeant Fell violated Michigan State Police policies. Our findings have been referred to the Michigan State Human Resources Division for review. During this review, the HRD will determine if the policies in Sergeant Fell's collective bargain agreement, the assault alleges were determined that criminal referrals for charges was not warranted. John Fedeschi is the one who investigated that at the Michigan Attorney General's office. That is what they're saying. Listen very close. After review, that John Fedeschi determined that criminal referral for charges was not warranted. Do you understand who these people are? Do you understand who they are? Yeah, that is the same guy that Lieutenant Shoemaker called me on that last live that you guys were on, and he called live, and he gave me that name because I was saying who in their right mind would not see the assault with the 200-pound door and the battery, that when he pushed me and shut the door, and then he slammed the door in my face, and then you could show, and it shows in his actions where it was very intentional. Okay? That is what I'm talking about. And here is what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen, right here. I'm going to share this one with you right here. Let me take this down, and I'm going to show you why they're all acting like this. And this, it says it all. It says it all right here, ladies and gentlemen. It says it all, and it's so sad. It's so, so sad. This is why I was there to begin with, and this is why they act in the manner that they do. right here, right now, I'm going to show you.
It's a federal law. See that?
Let's look at that again. That is why I was there. Any person who shall publicly deface, defile, defy, amplify upon or word or act a cast upon flag arms should be guilty of a misdemeanor. This is why they are. And so when I made them take that down, they all got butthurt. The whole department did. Every single one of them continued to act in color of law from that day forward. From that day forward, they acted in color of law, ladies and gentlemen. And that is what I am fighting right now. This is where all the attitude comes from. This is why I continue to, I cuss them out. I really probably should have, chose better words, but you know what? It doesn't matter. They have such great disdain. Y'all hear it. You hear it. They're all like that. And it'll never stop because bootlickers out there continue and will not stop enabling this behavior. People will not stop enabling this behavior. Why are they enabling this behavior? Why would you, what, he shouldn't have been on that? The 15-year-old that would love to ride a four-wheeler in his own neighborhood, why wouldn't he like to do that? Why should he stop? Everybody else did. I did when I was a kid on a Honda 70. They make these tyrannical laws. See, when kids screw up and ruin things and they get caught, then you can charge them with a crime. But as far as natural law goes, there's no body of evidence. He didn't hurt anybody. The only thing he was doing was riding a bike down the street with a motor on it. That's all it is. That's all it is, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, I just wanted to show exactly why these people are acting the way they are towards me, because I've uncovered the key to their gang symbol. That is their gang symbol, ladies and gentlemen. They don't like it. So what happens when you come and mess with the gang symbol? They act accordingly, don't they? For every action causes a reaction. So this investigation, when they investigate themselves, of course they're not going to find themselves guilty. Why would they do that? They found Sergeant Bell in violation of not IDing himself when asked, but not the other sergeant that started all this crap. Okay, because this right here is where that started. You know what? I'm not going to do that again because you guys already know that. But because of their, here, I'm just going to go ahead and play this because this was the third time I was there. And, I don't like to cuss them out, but it is unfortunate. It is unfortunate that they get away with this stuff. And I know that they're going to get away with it. So this is why I act accordingly. I gave these people chance after chance after chance, and I got tired of them. Listen, right here, he accuses me of doing things that I didn't do the last time I was there. They don't like transparency. They don't like accountability. They don't like none of that. So when I stick up for myself and assert my rights, they get all butthurt. So this is where the aggression starts going back and forth with them. And here comes the lies and unlawful directives. Watch.
Contact, That's not what it said. That's not what it said. Quit. Don't make stuff up, man. So why you gonna come out here and lie to me like that, man? You know the public's watching you right now. You don't come out here and lie to me. Don't come out here and give me unlawful directives. That's an unlawful directive. I don't give a damn what it is. That don't mean nothing to me.
So basically what he's saying is this right here, see this? This is what he's doing. The camera's not showing him. But you can see his right shoulder's up. He's like, you see this right here? This is where you can't be. Oh, there, he pointed out to the parking lot. That's fine. See, once he knew that I knew that them signs were unlawful, then he comes out and tries to give me another unlawful order about that little sidewalk that goes up to that door.
That is okay.
That don't mean nothing to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. There's no sign that says I can't. None.
So I walk between them and I show them how in error they are.
Where's the sign at?
Right there.
Yeah.
No, that's not.
So I'm in between the officer and them three, the sergeant and the three troopers.
No. Am I a vehicle? Oh, you just learned something today, didn't you? Isn't that nice? Look at this guy.
See, and even the guy that gaslights me in a second here accuses me of the last time I was here, I was messing with vehicles. He said he was told. Listen.
Guys, it just made fools out of themselves.
And the reason why I won't show them, because I want them to try to I want them to charge me with something that in that effect, because I have the original video. And I want them to believe that I don't, because you see their arrogance right here. I match their arrogance. They met the wrong MFer.
This has made fools out of themselves. This is my property.
How many views you get on
It doesn't matter.
As you see, I really don't care about views because my relevance means nothing to this. This is all about the educational factor.
It don't even matter.
It doesn't?
I'm here. Oh, not many?
Yeah.
How much you want to bet on that?
10, 12?
I'll do whatever I want.
She said, please don't wink at me, sir. And I said, I'll do what I want. You know, just to let her know, because she was giving me an unlawful directive.
Look at that. I live in a free world. Arrogant bastard. You're arrogant.
I give them the same attitude they give me. Maybe next time they won't come out the side of their necks with lies and perpetrating to show a sign of force that won't bust a grape, because that right there is a show of force, guys. That's all that is. They're trying to intimidate me.
We'll update our signs and go from there.
Hey, take care of it. Yeah. You got to get permission from us to do it.
The reason why I came out here is because I was told last time you guys were out here, you were trying to get in the cars.
Do you hear the lie? More lies. How can we respect that? So when we come all the way up here, all right, and then you wonder why I treated them the way I did. For you bootlickers, you are not in 5.3a of their, I think it's 5 in section 5 in their departmental policy. They are not allowed to presume anything. And he did it live on my channel. He broke another policy of his. So that's why I'm there, right there. And I got that out of there. And watch what happens when I de-escalate and let the sergeant, because I hear him cop-splaining the Marine that I brought with me, that I was helping breaking them in to do auditing and do this, showing them, you know, how to do it and trying to help them out, which is broken system, broken trust. And, you know, he's doing good on his own, and I can appreciate him. We need more, as many as we can. And that's why I took the time out to educate him and bring him with me and help redress this issue.
See that?
So they're cop-splaining him right now. Literally cop-splaining my buddy.
Desecration, y'all.
I feel like it's just one of those long-time books that's not really it's just so I just don't like that flag, you know? Like I said, you know, if you guys have the badge, you whatever, I understand.
Yeah, now they're done giving unlawful directions. I'll settle down.
I would.
I tried again to show. I tried again. They still show their disdain for the public, continue to be unprofessional with me.
My PTSD starts kicking in, and people start messing with me like that. I don't like that.
See, this is where a broken system, broken trust was learning the ropes, you know, and he was listening. He was allowing this cop to cop-splain him, okay? Instead of, and I couldn't take it no more.
Like I said, you guys want to use the badge line over it?
You see, when I walked up, right away, when I walked up to respectfully engage, he crossed his arms and showed his disdain for the public and dismisses me. Watch this.
Anything like that? Anything that doesn't deface the American flag?
We understand that's not done to deface it. There's no ill intent for it.
Okay, that's not done to defacement. There's no ill intent. It doesn't matter if you have ill intent. So if I don't have ill intent to break the law, but if I get in a car that don't have a plate on it to go to the store and buy me a loaf of bread and come back, and if you catch me because I have no ill intent to break the law, did I break the law according to your rules and your laws? He's cop-splaining.
Well, but it's a symbol, so the symbols take on a life of their own.
They do, and there's been symbols throughout history that have taken on. There's certain symbols that now represent horrific crimes that were initially peace symbols throughout history. Exactly. Symbols can take a life on their own. They do. So, but there's no intent with that.
Sergeant, with all due respect, there is a law in the books.
Okay. So
U.S.
Anyways, I'm talking to you now. So, that's what really bothers
See, this is the punk bitch that's going to sit here and fucking come out here and give me an unlawful directive and then wants me to fucking respect him when he turns his back on him. That's why he's a punk bitch right now. This is why we cuss them out, because they're punk ass bitches. Straight up punk ass bitches, man. Ain't nobody respecting that. Do the walk of shame. Saps. Super sap.
Okay, now you can see why I treat him the way I did. Wolby don't hold him up, guys. Wolby's never held him up. I will not hold them up. When I see them cop-splaining, when I see them making excuses for their behavior in the manner that they did, you know that I'm not going to let them get away with that. And you know why their narrative matches their substance, because their narrative was that blue line gang flag, and they're right in their front window. That is who they really are. They are not Michigan State Police. They are that gangline flag that treats anybody they want to with any type of disrespect or disdain that they want to. Disdain. They can have disdain for anything they want as long as they want, no matter who you are. And it's a law. They took an oath to the Constitution to obey all Michigan laws, and I gave them the MCL and the federal law, and they took it down. All right? So that is why when I got assaulted by Sergeant Fell, here, I'll bring that up real quick. Let me just go ahead and do this, because I think that what we have is just the same old bull crap that we always have, and we have no way of redressing it unless we use the kind of force and the redress of force and the force of redress. If we don't use the force of redress, then we might as well go lay down and play and just do what we're told on a playground with the rest of the elementary kids, and to be told what to do, when to piss, when to go to the bathroom, when to get up, and when to sleep. You know that I don't like the way you know that I'm not anti-cop. You guys know that I'm not, and I don't ever want to be anti-cop. I don't ever want to see myself anti-police, because I do think that they do provide a service to the community that is needed for our elderly that can't take care of themselves, and for first responders that need their help. A police officer saved my life. If he didn't come and start doing compressions on me, there ain't no way that I would have made it until the ambulance got there. If he didn't put me out with his fire extinguisher, there's no way that I could have lived and survived, or I would have been burnt to death because I kept flopping. You guys understand that? I kept flopping, man. I'm looking for this video here real quick. November 16th. All right. So in this video, you will clearly see this officer where we come back and redress that, and they're all mad because they actually took they took this down, okay? Right here, that day, they're very angry at me because we were going to go in there and show that they actually took this down. All right, so I'll show you that. See that? They took this down, okay? So, here, I'll play this.
You see that? The sign is no longer there.
Okay, so they took the sign down, and we were about to go in and let them know, right? But we wanted to basically do a lap around and see how they were going to act before we did, and we were going to give them a pass. I wanted to make sure that they didn't give me any unlawful orders, that they knew once they took that sign down that they had to change their behavior along with. So on the surface, they took the surface problem down. Now the root problem we're dealing with, and I wanted to go around and to see if, in fact, they change their behavior. And listen.
Seeing who they are, seeing what they're doing, on our property back here, doing what we do,
Sir, this is a restricted area.
Okay. Now she said, sir, this is a restricted area. This is the same woman, all right? Right here. This is the same woman right here. Okay. Let me show you. I'm going to take that down. I'm going to show you piece by piece here where my case is with these people and how they treat the public. Okay? Right here, if you guys can see this, in the middle sentence right there, okay, you're going to see the investigation determined that Detective Sergeant Pizzetti did not violate the law or department policy. That right there is a barefaced lie, okay? Because that is why our congratulations for them coming to power with taking down that the gang flag, all right? Now we got another cop giving me an unlawful directive. So now we're going to go back to that video, okay? And we're going to watch this police officer that is a detective sergeant, right? She's a detective sergeant, guys. Violate my First Amendment rights and my Fourth Amendment rights. Here we go. She committed prior restraint right here.
No, it ain't. Quit lying to me. Quit lying to me. I don't care what it says, because you don't know what you're talking about as usual. But at least you said, sir. You want me to educate you?
Sir, I'm showing you it's police vehicles only. There's a gate right here.
Really?
And,
No, Joyce.
Really? Hey, ma'am, come here. You work for me. I don't work for you. You do what you're told, because you're sitting here trying to give me an unlawful order, and you don't know what you're talking about. Watch this. You don't know what you're talking about. I don't care.
That's for vehicles.
Ma'am, am I a vehicle? Oh, you just got educated. Bam. Now go do your thing. Because you know what? You people here disgust me. I've been here 5 times, and I'm going to expose your tyranny. Because what you do is you give people unlawful orders, and you're arbitrary to the law. And you guys you'll call the damn Marines. They'll take you away. Butt hurt. Keep walking. Do that walk of shame. Hey, you know what? You got a cracked windshield. Are you an officer?
Just playing with my toys, guys.
Hey, that's a cracked windshield right there. Oh, that's a vehicle code violation. Oh, you're above the law, right? Cam back. Hey, are you an officer? You need to identify.
Okay, right there. She did not identify. She continued to walk. So, Sergeant Bodie, or whatever your name is, Bowsher. Or no, Lieutenant Bowsher. Lieutenant Shoemaker. John Fedesky, a guy in operations that's not even an investigator. You're not an investigator. Your assistant told me that you don't investigate, and it's weird that the Michigan State Police would reach out to you. I have that on audio. And your departmental chief that runs all the women in there, she said, well, he runs operations. He doesn't do investigations. And then I have a conversation to him, because I don't want to bring all this out right now. But then I have the same guy telling me he doesn't do investigations, but he respects my opinion. He says that he respects the way I do and where I stand. He also says that he loves my passion, but and he understands that is my opinion. How is that an opinion? Where in this video do you see that is an opinion that she broke violation and policy right there? She did not identify, and she ran me through. I didn't commit a crime, right? So she went to my truck to go run my plate.
Hey, you should identify, ma'am. Are you an officer?
She's got to be. It's police vehicles only back here.
You better be a police officer, or you're impersonating a cop. That's right. That's right. Run that, you won't get me. She's butthurt. She's butthurt. Look at her. What you're doing's illegal. You're butthurt. You're not allowed to run me through David. You're not allowed to run me through David because I didn't do anything wrong. If you run me through David, you are breaking the law. You're breaking the agreement that you have with the people that did it.
We're gonna pull a FOIA on that conversation.
We will, if that's.
You see how she begins to evade me? All of you are in error, and I want every one of you to have a rip inside your jackets. I want Lieutenant Shoemaker. I want his boss, the commander. I want every one of them, and I want them to write an apology, because this right here is not over from a long shot. Because every time they deny me, my 3 years starts from that day. You do know that in Michigan constitutional law, right? When you commit crimes against me and you're in color of law and you're in violation of your policy, me holding you accountable for punitive damages when you continue to put them down, every time I redress this, I'm sending a video along with an email of this, and it starts all over. Do you understand that? I am not letting this down. You will give me the apology that you owe me. you will serve me as a somebody in the community that cares for you and me and everybody else's rights. You will do this because you owe it to me. I am a taxpayer and citizen. I pay under $5,000 a year, and I pay 6% sale tax on everything that I buy. And of course, I do all my business right here in my county. So now I'm going to move up to here.
Yep.
Where Sergeant Fell comes and violates my rights.
You want to give me your name and badge? Why are you stepping up on me like that?
Do you have police business?
Yeah, I do.
What do you need? You need a copy of your report?
Here, let me show you. She walks up in there.
This
Okay.
is the tyranny that they keep
We
committing.
follow her up in there, and she walks up in there. Okay. So then
She continues. This is
I
what
go over there
really
and show
upsets me the most.
again where the flag is gone and why they're mad. And we were
Okay.
here to praise them for their.
They got all mad because I made them take down that sign. That sign is no longer there.
See, and they're mad about it,
See
and
that?
it shows that they're mad. Okay,
See, I told you these guys are
It shows very well. Here, let me.
That is.
All right. So now I go
Hey,
in
come
to
and
redress
record me.
them. This is the power. Look, we are no longer protesting. I am now redressing them. This is called redress. This is the most powerful element after protest. I am not on a sidewalk no more. I am now in 1,000% redress mode where I am publicly allowed to be during time, place, and manner, Turner versus Driver, Smith versus Cummings, to record my people in the course of their public duties. And we're in the plain view doctrine. I'm allowed in there during time, place, and manner to be inside that building and to do FOIA requests and to lay down some paperwork on them.
Come and record me.
And that is why I have two other views besides my own. I didn't use mine because I use theirs, and we have a full case on this where it is very transparent and open. See how he walks up on me?
How you doing?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
You want to give me your
Now look at that. He continues to move forward as I move back. Look.
name and badge? Why are you
See how
stepping up
I
on
move
me?
back a little bit? He walked like a pubic hair away from my camera. And then look at that stare. Looks like he's been doing coke or something. I should have asked him if he was on drugs or something.
Like that.
Do you have police business?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, there you go. I answered his question.
What do you need? You need a copy of your report?
Right.
See, he goes down the line. Listen.
No, you need to.
Look at her. Look at these two other officers breaking and watching this guy violate my rights. They're sitting there watching this man violate my rights.
De-escalate right now.
Sir, what do you need?
And I asked him to de-escalate.
De-escalate. Get up off me. Give me 6 feet. You see that?
Do you need
You
a
see that?
copy-
That's 6 feet. Now
Do you
give me.
need a copy of a police report?
What I need you to do is give me
report?
6 feet.
No, if you don't have any police business.
I do have.
See, he's gaslighting me. No, you didn't. He's pretending that I didn't do something when I did. It's like hitting me and telling me that he didn't hit me. He's acting like I didn't answer his question. That's called gaslighting.
Police business.
What is it?
I have police business.
What is
See
it?
that? I continue to say it.
What's your business?
That's not true.
Do you need to verify?
I need to get her name and badge number.
And her, see her legs right here? She's standing right here. She could have her training as well. Sergeant Detective Ponzetti, you can still reach out to me and apologize for allowing these people to violate my rights and for violating my First Amendment right when prior restraint and not knowing your own laws, not knowing your own procedures. You could have said, I was in error and I apologize. And I appreciate the press and I appreciate the transparency that you want from us. And that is our job, and we will serve the public as we always do. Forgive me for my error. And you would have been praised for it. But no, you don't know nothing about service because you people are gang members.
Because she just gave me an unlawful order.
Our business is filming in a public library.
Yeah, that's fine, but if you don't need a copy of the report or file a report.
I needed to file a report. I started to go around him right here. I wanted to go to her and I want to put a report on her.
You have no police.
He stopped me. He stopped my egress. He stopped me from making a filing a report. He obstructed me and he committed prior restraint.
Are you stopping my egress? I'm not exiting because I don't need to.
Okay.
I don't need to.
Doesn't matter if you have police business or not.
You see, now if you're locking that door, that's a fire hazard.
You're denying service.
Okay, you see that, guys? Now I need your name and badge number.
What's your name and badge?
Okay. Now they all walk away and cover up their crimes and their policies violations. Okay. As you see right here, this is where this guy that works, he says this is Michigan 360. He's got a couple different channels, okay? And you will hear him push the button and redress.
Metro 360, Michigan 360 is a veteran, and he took offense to that. You want to give us some substance on that? What that one meant on that sign?
The flag that you posted in your video the other day, the one with the logo up in the field of blue.
Yeah.
At first, when I looked at it, I thought the gentleman was like an Army veteran or something like that. But the more I looked at it, it's not a cavalry, it's not a 1st Cavalry, and it's not a 1st Armored Division. Okay, what that flag was, that number 1 with an asterisk, literally means 1 ass, 2 wrists.
Wow. That is selfish as hell.
It literally means 1 ass to wrist. It's a slander. It's derogatory to put that in my U.S. flag. There's no way those gentlemen would run that flag up that pole. It's that offensive. If you're going to put that flag in your window, then you obviously have no disrespect. You have no respect for the people that see it. You have no respect for the citizens that you represent. And you can imagine that Colonel Gasper is going to hear about this. Colonel Gasper is going to hear about this. The fact that we came out here to congratulate you, to praise you for removing that flag, and then you're going to act like jackasses? See that? So he begins to push the button, okay? And so does the other journalist that is with me. No, he's called Public Tour now, I think. Let's see. So he tries to get in.
Stolen weapon. He's got to take that to Westland. The guy's standing here trying to explain that Westland wasn't really doing anything. He was having an issue with the clerks there. So we brought it here. I'm like, do your fucking job and take the man's police report. It's your job. He's like, you don't know my job. I'm like, clearly I know what
yeah, they're totalitarians here. This is a totalitarian government right here. You guys are totalitarians. Open up this door. Open this door up right now.
Okay. So this is when
I get arrested.
He
does not have the
violates my
right
rights again.
I want to come in, sir. I want to come in, sir. Don't touch me.
He pushed me.
You just assaulted me. Hey, now I'm going to place you under citizen's arrest.
All right, right there. That is where he battered me when he pushed me back. I weigh 400 pounds. You can't just push me and I go in a direction. You have to use, he put weight into his right foot and pushed me back so he can clear the door so he can close the door. That's called unwanted touching. I didn't want him touching me, and he blocked my egress. And he violated, he committed prior restraint against me.
You just put your hands on me, fuck.
So now I go to redressing him a little more in some unpleasant language that I just can't stand. And again, we come to another point where, let's see. Just want to show the crimes that he's committing. Dang. Where in the heck is that last part right there? Where are we actually? All right, right here. Now, this is where he assaults me with the door, ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody's telling you to snatch that door.
Yeah, get the door.
No transparency in this building.
Stick your foot in front of it next time. That's what they do. When they did it,
and because he denied me, because he denied me access to the building during 8 to 4 because it's open. All right. If you look at over there, it says 8 to 4 right here right on there. So, and they're ADA compliant, as you see. And so he was supposed to, it's a double whammy because it also says we're in the ADA that while a person with handicaps during business hours and how you serve them, they have a totally another procedure of accommodating us in the building from 8 to 4 p.m. So from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So again, this is where they start their crap.
Yeah, when they come to your house.
And he uses that bulletproof glass is about 215 pounds. The door itself is about 215 pounds altogether. And listen to how it hits me. And because he hasn't identified, I reached in to get his identification number.
House and shit.
All right, so now the three of us are, just for informational purposes, the three of us have been denied access to a public building.
Here he comes, here he comes. Here he comes, here he comes, here he comes. Here.
Can you identify yourself?
There it is. Got
Sergeant Bell.
him. You're mine. You're mine. You're mine. You know what? Hold on, hold on. What are you doing?
129.
129.
That's the first time he hit my elbow with it. Now watch when he hits my foot.
129. We got it.
There it is. He hit my foot right there. That is an assault, and he had no reason to close that door. And that was an open building. It was open to the public. You seen when we walked in there, that door was wide open.
Yeah, you see what he was willing to do?
See that? You look at the look on his face. Look at the cheese here. You see that? And he heard me say, you see what he's willing to do? And look at that look on his face. Tell me that's not a deviant look. For the people that knows that these people are evil, you need to help me hold these people accountable. I am asking the community to help me hold these people accountable.
Got you now, boy. You laughed.
All right. So we see what he did. It's all there, all in black and white and blue and yellow and orange and gray and every color you could think of and colored. All right. I'm clearing out all them things in this story. I would appreciate if people would come and help. I'm asking for help out there because I know that we could do this. We could do this. If you would like to help, if you're interested in helping, please contact me at WolverineTransparency@gmail.com, and we could talk about how you can help me or what you would like to help me with. I'm not wanting to take any specifics right now as far as how or what kind of donations that I need right now, because I need to make sure that my remedies, as far as the woman that said that she was going to help me, still said that she's going to do so, and she's got a pretty big position, being a United States Congresswoman, and she said that it can go to the executive level at the White House as far as stuff like this. It's not this particular situation. It's the investigations that the DOJ is doing on policing. Like, for an example, the DOJ is actually investigating Taylor, Michigan right now in excessive force. So that investigation has not concluded. And we have made some documents and videos and evidence forthwith a part of that investigation and a complaint with that. So, and including this right here. I am asking them, because when I called Taylor to come and actually take a complaint, because that falls under their jurisdiction on Telegraph Road, they have that jurisdiction, and they were called and they didn't do anything. They said they couldn't do anything. If they're not going to, said if they can't do nothing, then these guys can't do nothing either. So, Public Tour was Metro. Yeah, Public Tour is Detroit Metro Audits. Yeah, he used to be. Yeah. So, anyways, ladies and gentlemen, this is what's happening, and hopefully, you guys take this serious. And again, if you want to help me, send me an email to wolverinetransparency@gmail.com, and we will talk. And as of now, I'm going to go ahead and in this live stream, you guys have a happy Sunday, and understand that this is far from over and I need help. Okay? Thank you. Appreciate you. God bless. Take care.